Alrighty. Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Yeah, the futures analysis, I just gotta post it over there right now. Had a phone call this morning that I had to attend to. All right. Good morning. Welcome back. How's everyone doing? Hopefully a good morning for everyone. Life is good above ground. Yes, sir. That is good. That is true. All right. That is true. Watching from your car. All right. I need an announcer every morning. Yeah. I need like a Dr. Disrespect, like a soundboard where he does like the game, like the announcement sound. I need to figure that. That'd be cool. Sent you an all right, I'll check it out, Trader. Yeah, I got some emails to catch up on. Yeah, the meta. Yeah, if you guys, sometimes I feel generous and I post some stuff on Twitter that I post in the chat. Not all the time, but once in a while I'll post something on Twitter. That meta trade yesterday was sweet. Come in screaming. All right. The two-time, back-to-back 1994-1995 video game champion. I love the two-time, man. What a guy. What are we doing? What happened yesterday? Knicks lost. The Heat. The Miami Heat. What's going on in NHL today? Anything? Today Carolina goes up 3-1 on the Devils, hopefully. Panthers hopefully sweep the Maple Leafs tomorrow. That's about it. All right. Watching from the pool side. Oh, Michelle. Yeah, no. Don't trade. Just enjoy the day. Enjoy that pool. I wish I was poolside right now. Blackhawks with the first. Yeah, I saw that. Enjoy the poolside. Still wounded from the Rangers loss, Chef? I haven't even thought about it. Screw it. I'm tired of it. And they fired the coach. That's crazy. All right, 8:05. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another day here on the live stream. Let's start. Let's prepare. Again, remember CPI tomorrow. So do we expect much? Not really. I don't expect much today. If I walk out of today with no profits, I'll be pretty happy. Yesterday I walked out with a little bit of gains. I was up about $107. I think is where my final P&L was. Sort of unrealized though, because I do have some positions I'm holding. Meta was really nice. Lost on Microsoft yesterday, and then also traded. What the hell did I trade? Meta, Tesla. Traded one more thing, and I can't remember. But either way, a decent day. I read the market well. I took a loss on Microsoft, which sort of killed my profits on the day. That loss in Microsoft took me from up 400 to pretty much flat on the day. So whatever. I'll walk through that trade I took, sort of the idea behind it, and I'll sort of talk through how I lost on that trade. Overall, a decent day today. Hoping for some more setups, some more opportunities, come back strong, get a nice win under the belt first for the beginning of this week. And yeah, so press that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. What happened here? There we go. All right, so futures economic earnings calendar. Really nothing on the economic side. We did see some movement yesterday when we saw a pretty big drop intraday that quickly got bought up when this Fed senior loan survey came out around 2 o'clock. We saw some volatility here. Today, 8:30, we got Philip Jefferson. Good old Philip. At 8:30, I don't really expect much. New York Fed President Williams speaks. Don't really, we'll see if 12 o'clock does anything. But the big event is tomorrow at 8:30, pre-market. So remember, if you are holding any trades, any options trades from today into tomorrow, you will be at mercy of the CPI. You will not be able to close your positions tomorrow morning, right? So you are at the mercy of CPI if you swing anything into tomorrow. I would recommend not to do that. I will probably close out all my swings today, making sure I lock up whatever it is, whether it's a loss, whether it's a win, protecting myself, right? Protecting myself from the volatility. Why is my camera so dark today? I don't know why. Protecting myself from the volatility of tomorrow's 8:30. So that's big. Thursday, PPI, and then we're pretty much done for the week. So CPI, PPI, that's our economic. If we go to the earnings calendar, I think we had PayPal yesterday, which got hit, if I'm not mistaken. We got PayPal yesterday, Palantir yesterday. Today we have Fisker, Nikola in the morning. Tonight, we have Airbnb. We have Rivian, Oxy, Twilio, Affirm, Upstart, Win, Dutch Bros, Celsius. Cheers to Celsius. Boom. Get me sponsored. Roblox tomorrow. Walt Disney on Wednesday. That could be interesting. Trade Desk, Unity, Beyond Meat. So just a bunch of small ones sort of sprinkled in here this week. Nothing that's big. I think Airbnb tonight and Walt Disney tomorrow are probably the two biggest. But nothing I'm that concerned about. All right. So Tesla 169. Yes, I said Upstart. Tesla 169. Big demand to watch today. Keeping an eye on this. Microsoft tried to play a retest of 309 yesterday. Didn't work. I'm sort of watching this 307 level. I'll talk about that today. Meta 230. This was a nice hold from yesterday. Nice trade on this one yesterday. Nvidia, big supply level that it pushed up to again this yesterday after a big push. The one that's going to haunt me for probably next week is the AMD bull flag that I talked about in this live stream every single day for the last 2 weeks, and I missed the entire trade. So, full transparency, right? This happens to everyone, including myself. You see a trade, you like a trade, you miss the trade. The trade does exactly what you expected. This is AMD for me. I was watching AMD for weeks. I knew AMD had the possibility of doing a bull flag on the daily chart, and it ripped yesterday. It absolutely ripped out of that flag. Beautiful trade. If you guys caught this one, well done. Way to go, right? Good job catching that. I missed it. Unfortunate, but I hope that the analysis that I provide hopefully gets some people to catch it, right? So I hope you guys were watching that one. Really nice analysis. Really nice daily chart breakout. Beautiful, beautiful move on that one. Google 109. Big level here, and then Netflix 332 channel high, watching that today as well. All right, so some nice watches. Let's get started. All right, sweet. So some people did catch AMD. Nice. Caught the whole move. Beautiful. Caught it. Great trader. Nice. Michael. Nice. Being prosperous. Thanks for calling. Managed to do AMD. Nice, man. Well done. I've been talking about Netflix pump for the past week. Missed it also. Yeah, man, it's gonna happen. Whatever. 640% on 4 calls on AMD. Damn. Nice. All right, guys. Well, good. It looks like some of us caught AMD, so hell yeah. Yeah, it was a tough technical one, right? You sort of had to, I agree with you there, Josh. You had to sort of ignore AMD earnings. You had to ignore some of the tech earnings that was coming out. You sort of just had to go for it. So, one of those situations where you just put the risk on that you don't care to lose and you catch it. That's the way you catch it, right? You put the risk on. You say, I'm willing to lose $500 here. If I lose $500, I don't care, right? I'll make it back from work tomorrow. I'll make it back some other way. It's his money that I can afford to lose, right? And I go for it and I take it. That was really the way you had to play AMD. You had to go in with the money you were okay with losing, close your eyes, and wait for the trade to sort of set up. If you if you were overthinking all the earnings coming out, protecting yourself, which in some cases is not a bad thing, right? I wouldn't say that's a bad thing. That was sort of my standpoint on that. I was protecting myself around earnings. I was doing, sort of portfolio managing my portfolio, managing risk, making sure I'm not putting on any risky types of trades around these earnings, and that led me to miss out on it. So, either side is fine. It depends on how you are, or, how risk adverse you are. I'm a little bit more risk adverse than some that you may see online. I know a lot of people like to throw a lot of money around. I'm more of like hey, if I can just maintain my portfolio and, have small increments, that's how I've stayed profitable. So I'm not going to change that. And I'm sort of risk adverse in that sense. But, if you're just throwing money around, sometimes you catch a big one and, it happens. But sometimes it's hard to be very aggressive like that and not start to make really stupid mistakes. So that's where you sort of have to know who you are, right? That's big thing in trading. You have to know your personality. So for me, I know that if I start getting a little bit aggressive, if I start getting a big head, I start making some stupid mistakes. So I know I got to stay in my lane. I got to stay with risk management. I got to be careful around certain areas, right? And so, yeah, you just got to know who you are as a trader. For me, I know I'm risk adverse. But yeah, like I said, the long term allows you to take it all, right? I have AMD shares, bam. I got Nvidia shares, bam, right? I'm not missing any of these moves with the long term portfolio. We make that very clear. The long-term portfolio is soaking in all of this. Sure, I missed it with options, but you better believe I caught AMD move with shares. That's for sure. So here we go. Nasdaq. So pretty much the same levels as yesterday, guys. These are the exact levels we had on our charts yesterday, right? Nothing has changed. We talked about 13,350 supply. We saw a major rejection of that intraday, came back into it, sort of poked our head above it, and came back below. So this is still very important. We know that 13,350 supply is still very much there. There is no reason to be longing at this level. If you longed here yesterday, you lost. If you longed here yesterday on a breakout and you held it, you lost. So we're not longing up at 13,350. That is very clear once again. Now, we talked about the pullback buying opportunity yesterday in the pre-market live stream. We said if I see a pullback into this 13,360, 13,260, 13,240, I'm looking for long opportunities. So yesterday, I was always long biased. I never shorted in the morning here, and I'm happy I did that. I'm happy I was long biased yesterday on this pullback because I knew that on this retest right here of this previous consolidation, we could hold and push to the upside. So I'm happy I did that, right? I'm happy I was long biased. I'm happy I read my levels. I did a good job doing that. If I would have shorted yesterday into this level, that's when I get upset about my trading, right? Yesterday, I didn't make much money, but I'm very happy with how I traded. When I get the days that I get a little discouraged about my trading is when I go against my plan. I go against, for example, I start shorting here, after knowing that demand can hold. Or I start longing here when I know supply is above, right? That's when I get upset with myself when I trade. But yesterday, I took a loss on Microsoft, but I am happy with how I traded. I'm happy I was long biased here. I'm happy I was, careful of being long up here. And I think I played that very well. So today, the same thing applies. Nothing changes. We come back down to 13,260. We have to be long biased. We cannot be short biased down here. This is the channel low, right? We have to be careful of demand here. We have to be careful of demand here. We have to be careful of demand as we approach this zone. Really, if I had to, give you how to be super cautious today, I would not long anywhere I would not short anywhere in this 20-point range on the Nasdaq. If the market is trading between 13,260 and 13,240, I would not short the market, right? There is a very high possibility that we could bounce off this zone today, this 13,260, 13,240. Now, if we do get back below this zone, right, and we start to reject it, then I could see that short play setting up, right? A little bull or a little bear flag into this retest, right? That could be a sexy play right there. But that is not until that actually happens. So for now, we have to be careful of shorting into this demand. And if we do catch a trade to the upside, right, we have to be profit takers at supply. So if you caught some longs yesterday, if you did not take profits at the supply, right, you are back to break even, if not red, right? So we have to be a profit taker in this market. So demand, right, profit at supply. We're at demand. If you catch another demand bounce today, profit at supply, all right? So 13,350, 13,260, 240, that's your channel. Nothing has changed. I say you stick with that channel today. I would be a little bit shocked to see this channel break today, right, with CPI tomorrow. I would not be shocked to see this channel break tomorrow pre-market, right? I would not be shocked to see this channel break tomorrow pre-market. So I think today we probably sort of chill in this zone. It could be another choppy day in this zone in anticipation of CPI tomorrow. All right. QQQ, I haven't really updated my QQQ levels, but okay. Yeah, you can tell I haven't updated this since we broke out on Friday because these should all be green. So this should be green. That's obviously demand now. So you can see QQQ. We are not going to short tech if the QQQ is above 321, right? So I'm actually going to move this down to 321. I don't think there is a reason to short tech if the QQQ is above this low and is above yesterday's low, right? So I'm not going to start thinking about shorting the tech market into this demand. That doesn't make sense, right? If we get below 321, then I could see that, right? I could very well see that. That could be the aggressive move that we all want to see to the downside, right? If we're trying to play some downside, this would be the move you're looking to see. You're looking to see the break of this low from Friday you're looking to see that 321 turn into a rejection point. And if it does, right, you're working with pretty much no support here. Look at that move from Friday, right? Look at this upside move from Friday. So if you do get a break under 321 here, maybe tomorrow on CPI, this could be the juicy move that we're all looking to play back into 319. All right, so we have to see what that 321 does. That's going to be big. That's going to be big. Now, on the upside, it looks like it's 324. Looks like that's our supply level above. Around 324, that looks to be where the supply steps in on the Qs. That's our channel high for today, 324 to 321. All right. I would say it's more than likely we trade within this channel today before CPI. Start to see some rejections around 323.50, 324. Be careful of that zone. You can see we rejected it yesterday. We rejected it in the pre-market, and we're sliding off of it this morning. So 324, 321, that's your range in the Qs. Be careful and make sure to trust the channel. ES, 41.35. So we talked about this. This is pretty much the exact thing that we expected yesterday. I mean, if we go to Des ETA, you guys can see I post these futures charts every single morning. And this is what we said yesterday. So let's just go ahead and do a little recap of yesterday's analysis. All right, let's move this over. This is yesterday. Looks like today will be all about 41.60. We rejected that previous supply on Friday. Can we break over it today? If we can turn 41.60 into support today, I believe that leads to more upside. If we see rejections at 41.60, that will likely lead to a pullback towards 41.35. Perfect. The exact thing that happened, right? As of this morning, the 20 SMA is holding the ES higher. That could be a level to monitor at 41.46. I think that held a little bit yesterday. Yeah, it sort of bounced off the 20 SMA yesterday. The hold intraday on Friday at 41.35 was very key. You can see how the market retested that 41.35 on Friday right here. After holding, pushed higher. This is just supply and demand levels at work, right? So today we look to see what happens at 41.60 to make our intraday decisions. So 41.60, right? We rejected it twice. We moved down to 41.35. Today we're at 41.35, and that is going to be the key of today. What happens at 41.35? Does 41.35 break, or does 41.35 turn into demand like it has in the past? So you guys can see right here, 41.35, 41.35, 41.35, and here we are again at 41.35. The last time we went from 41.60 to 41.35, we ripped to 4,200, right? So you can see right here, 41.60 to 41.35 retest, we ripped to 4,200. This is pretty identical, right? 41.60 to 41.35. If this holds, right, you could see this upside again. So you have to be cautious of 41.35 holding if you are short. You cannot just short the market here because you think CPI is going to be bad, because I know the market's bad, because I know the economy's terrible, because I know that we need to go lower, right? That is not a reason to short the market, unfortunately, right? You're not right. You might think you are, but you're not. You might be right, but if you are, you're lucky, right? And if the market drops under 41.35 and you start shorting it here, you're not trading off of any edge. You're not trading off of technical levels. You're simply just trading off of your intuition and you thinking that everything you know is correct. We cannot short into 41.35. Now, if we break under 41.35, we start to reject that, then you could set that trade up, right? If we turn this level, this previous support, back into a rejection point, then you get that short, right, with good risk to reward. You're protecting yourself. You're trading based off what the market is showing you. You're not trading based off your hopes and beliefs. So 41.35, if that breaks, you can look for that downside. If it holds today, you have to trust it, and you have to see if this channel continues to trade 41.35 to 41.60, right? So that's the channel today, 41.35, 41.60. If we get a break of either side, look for continuation. If you hold here, look for that 41.60 push, right? And if you reject 41.60, you could look for that supply rejection up here once again and trade it back to channel lows. So either channel trade or break and retest of either side. That's what you're looking for today. 41.35, 41.60. SPY, it's 410 to 414. Pretty much the same exact concepts. 410 to 414. I would be very careful shorting the market into 410, right? We've seen previous major demand step up right here. This is just on Friday of last week, 410. Big bounce off that level. If we go to the hourly chart and we go here, you can see what's happened at 410 before, right? Demand, 410. Big bounce off 410 into this 417. Demand at 410. Demand at 410, right? So if we trade into 410, this could easily bounce once again, just like it has four to five times in the past, 2 to 3 weeks, right? So 410, big watch. Keep an eye on that. I would not short into 410. It doesn't make sense. If you shorted 414 yesterday, then it makes sense, right? You're playing channel high to channel low. But now that you're now that you're near that channel low, you don't want to start entering shorts at this 410. If we lose 410, right, and we turn it into, if we turn it into rejections, then I say you play that into 408, right? That's if you lose 410, 4010, right? It's not just 410, it's 4010. So that's SPY. Dow Jones, 33,500. Yeah, we're back at a key level here on the Dow. We're back at that key 33.5 level on the Dow. You guys can see right here, right? Previous major support, previous rejections, previous support here at 33.5. So watch out for 33.500 on the Dow Jones. Russell, just sort of doing nothing. Have no interest here. Just in the middle of a channel. Total disaster. I have no idea what happens here. Look to see what happens on CPI tomorrow. All right. Tesla. So, the Tesla gap. The Tesla gap really closes at 177.65. Do I think it gets there? Possibly. If I go to the 4-hour chart. Actually, you know what? Let me go to the hourly chart. Don't you dare forget the O. Don't you dare forget the O. So today I'm watching this 169 level on Tesla. So you can see right here, we had that big pop, that big squeeze above this 166, right? Nice little push there. We got a pullback yesterday. I like this pullback. This is not a pullback that I'm worried about. If we hold this 169, I think Tesla could hold up. So I'm going to watch this 169 today. You guys can see this is a previous high here. This is a very nice demand that held yesterday, and it's a little pre-market demand that's holding right now. So if we hold up at this 169 today, I think you could possibly get something of a flag here on Tesla, right? A little bit of a flag and a little pushback to the upside off this 169. I think that's very possible. So watch out for that 169. If you break below this, then I think maybe you need that 166 retest, right? If you do lose yesterday's lows, and if the market is showing weakness today, you might need the retest of the 166 breakout point, right? And then maybe you could look for that next long entry here. I like this long entry more, right? It gives me more confidence. It gives me better margins. It's a nice pullback that you could take advantage of. But I would still watch this 169 yesterday lows. It looks like it held pretty well yesterday. It's this previous high here. It's a very nice wick low on the 5-minute chart yesterday on Tesla. And we're trying to hold it again today. So I would monitor this 169 zone today on Tesla. If we hold this zone, if the market does creep higher, Tesla could try again, right? I would just sort of watch out for this 172 area, which was pretty damn tough yesterday, right up in here. Turn that red. All right. So 172s to around 169. Watch that zone. All right. Oh, I don't think I put this on the... No, I didn't put this on the schedule, but I'm going to skip to it right now. That snow retest yesterday. Oh, man. I think we talked about snow in the voice. Did we talk about snow yesterday in the live stream? I think we might have. We needed a pullback. If I go to the hourly chart, actually it's the 4-hour. So here's the 4-hour chart on snow. I had a lot of questions about snow yesterday because it was sort of going higher. Look at this retest on snow yesterday. It was this perfect little 156.50 zone. You guys can see right here. This is just a great example of how you can trade short-term using longer-term analysis, right? This is why long-term analysis is very important. This is the 4-hour chart. So you have, right, previous lows here, previous lows here, previous lows here, previous highs here, previous highs here, previous highs here, and previous highs right there. That's 159.50 in that zone. If we go to the 15-minute chart, or let's go to the 5-minute chart, look at where Snow pulled back and rallied off of yesterday, right? Look at this. You gapped up, you filled the gap, you came back to the retest highs. Look at that hold, absolutely gorgeous. That is exactly how you use this long-term analysis to find your entries on retest pullbacks. So that was just really textbook yesterday on Snow. I wanted to point that one out. All right, Microsoft. So I tried to play a retest of 309 on Microsoft yesterday, and it just looks like my level didn't really work for me. I was looking for a retest of these previous highs in this zone here. Right around this 308, 309. I was sort of watching this pullback as an opportunity to go long. And if we go into the 1-minute chart, actually, no, let's go 2-minute. 2-minute chart. This is what happened to me, right? So I had this zone mapped out, and I said, hey, I like this pullback retest opportunity, right? And so this was what I saw yesterday morning. A really aggressive pullback right to my retest zone. I mean, it was literally right on my retest zone, and I started to go long here, right? This is how I trade, and I'm not upset that I lost on it. So I started to go long here. I got a nice push in my favor. I, unfortunately, did not take half off here, which I was very close to. If you guys are in the voice chat in the Discord where we trade live, you remember me saying I missed my entry, or I missed my exit on half off. So I missed it there, and I gave it a little bit more time to see if it would curl back up. And unfortunately, it never quite did that, right? So I went long here on my retest. I'll do that every day of the week, right? I like that type of trade. I did get a nice push in my favor. This was looking really good. I thought we would continue higher. Unfortunately, this thing rolled back over, and I got stopped out right here. So yeah, it's going to happen, right? That's the retest trade. That's an example of it not working and just taking a loss on it. It is what it is. So today I'm sort of eyeing this 307 level. This 307 level is a little bit interesting as well. This 307 level, if I go to the 15-minute, looks to be an important previous high, like in this zone right here. It's not perfect. It's got a couple wicks above, but it looks like 307 is majority of where these rejections came in previously. 307, 307, 307. A little bit of wick above here, but very weak above 307. Very weak above 307. So it looks like this 307 is important, and I confirmed that by watching the price action yesterday. So I was very focused on Microsoft yesterday, and I was sort of watching it late day. And you can see we confirmed that 307 has importance here because of the hold that came in yesterday and the push. So today, we're back at that 307. I'm interested to see, does Microsoft try to push off this level, right? Does Microsoft try to push, off this 307 level? Does it try to break this downtrend, and does it retest and hold this 307 for more upside? So watching this one today, not sure it's going to be my top watch, but something I will monitor off 307 today. Microsoft. All right. Meta. Very nice trade yesterday. Had a double bottom at 230 in the group chat or in the voice chat where we trade live every day. We were going long Meta here off this 230 level, and I was sort of looking for that push off the double bottom. Just a nice squeeze. Took one off up here. I'm still holding one. So probably going to be down on those today, obviously, because Meta has pulled back. But I'll hold one contract. Why not? It's one contract. It's not going to kill me. And I'm just sort of holding here to see if we hold 230, right? So Meta, nice double bottom at 230. Very clear rejection at 236. I'm going to keep an eye on this 230 again. If I go to the hourly chart, I can start to see Meta sort of consolidating at this 230 level. It has sort of stopped the downtrend in a sense. Right, we have sort of stopped downtrending. We are starting to flat bottom here around 230. So I'm interested. If the market is strong, does Meta try to maintain this 230? And does Meta try to come back to the upside? So this is something I'll be watching to see what happens at 230. If we break below 230, then I think you can get that earnings gap fill, right? That could be nice. But until then, right, 230 is definitely showing some demand. and I'm going to keep an eye on that there. All right, Nvidia. So what a move. I mean, just a perfect, a perfect example of retest longs. It's perfect. Look at this. Previous highs into demand, right? This is Friday. We turned this high and this high into support, right? We broke above, we held above, we flagged, right here, little flag, and we rallied back to the upside. So right there, this is last week, we had a rejection at 284, rejection at 284, and a break and retest upside, right, on 284. Now, we come into yesterday, right? We come into yesterday, and this is what we looked like, right? This is yesterday pre-market. And so yesterday, I think I have it written down. No, I don't. But yesterday, right, in the live stream, we were saying, watch for the 284 retest, right? And so yesterday, what did Nvidia do? It came right back to 284. It held this previous high. It held this low right here absolutely perfectly, right? And you can see, look at those wicks on the 15-minute chart. If we go to the 5-minute chart, look at those holds that set up on Nvidia at 284 all morning. And bam, just a bam. That's all it is, right? Demand hold at 284, previous demand hold from Friday. Bam, big upside, beautiful upside move, right? Just really, really textbook. I think this is pretty common knowledge, but if it is not, I think I really encourage everyone to please watch the levels from the day prior. I think this is pretty common knowledge if you're a trader. If you are not, doing that as a trader, please incorporate that into your trading. The previous day levels have some of the most important things to watch, right? I mean, if you literally just said yesterday, look at Nvidia's hold at 284 on Friday. I'm going to see, does Nvidia pull back to 284? And if it does it start to hold? And if it starts to hold, I'm going to go long here, right? I'm going to go long with the risk under 284, and I'm going to target maybe back up to the Friday highs, right? And that right there is just an incredible risk to reward, right? So I really encourage you guys to watch previous day levels. This was just an absolutely textbook trade. I mean, look at this. It doesn't get much cleaner than that. So that was sweet. Now today, this is a little bit interesting, right? This is a little bit interesting. 289.46. 289.46 is the exact weekly high from back on March 28th, 2022. That is the exact high right here. March 28th, 2022. 289.46. So today, we are sort of flirting with that level, right? You can see right here. We are flirting with that level right here. 289.46. Does Nvidia turn this into a support today? If it does, could that actually lead to more upside? If Nvidia falls below this level, does it start to reject that weekly level? And do we get maybe a pullback to 287.50? All right, so I'm really not going to, I'm a little bit cautious of trading Nvidia today after that big move. But if Nvidia holds this 289.46, 289.50 area, that is a hold above that weekly level from last year. That could be very big for Nvidia. If we do reject, I would say you probably can look for retest longs off yesterday's highs, right? This would be the same concept as this. The same concept would be a retest of yesterday's highs where we held intraday, and look at that, right? Where did Nvidia hold intraday for more upside? Let's all take a second and look at that now. Again, another fantastic educational example here. Why did Nvidia flag right here? Why did it hold this 287.50? Is it just pure magic? Is it just because the market is manipulated? If you're short, right? Obviously, if you're short yesterday Nvidia, the market is clearly manipulated, right? That's clear. So, if you're short this move, it's clearly a manipulation. No, it's not. It's simply not. All it is a retest of the previous day high, right? It is a perfect retest of the previous day high, and we held it. We turned previous rejections into support yesterday intraday, and that is what led to the continuation to the upside. Absolutely perfect. So Nvidia was just, if you needed to see a stock that is an example of perfect price action, Nvidia was it yesterday. It was an absolutely beautiful move. So today, watch 289.46, 289.50. AMD, she's a beast. She is a beast. And this hurts for me to look at, to be quite honest. I don't know how long ago I posted this, but let's see here. No, I will not be. I don't know what Red Book data drop is, unfortunately. Let's see. So here it is, all right? This is on April 28th, right? This flag was starting to set up, and I just missed it. I missed it. It sucks. So you can see flag, flag, flag. This was approaching earnings, right? This was before earnings. You can see this was starting to show. You can see what it's done in the past out of these flags. Big pop, big pop. What is it going to do this time? Bam. Right? Big pop. So, sucks, right? Unfortunate, but textbook. This is just how you sort of use technical analysis to try to watch these plays. This is the same thing 3 times in a row. So, really nice, right? You can see nice upside move, nice break of the channel. Today, let me go and zoom out here. Wow, and AMD starting to move again right now. Jeez. 4 hour. Let's check out some levels here on the 4 hour. So first one I would like to see pull back is 91.50, 92. That would be awesome. Not sure we're going to get back to that, but if we do, I would look for longs off this 92 area. That could be very nice. 96 is, I mean, really not much around here. Maybe 95, 96. You could see a little bit of rejection up here, but I don't really see much until this $100 point, right? I think AMD could definitely push to that $100 point. So I'll watch that. I'm not going to chase this thing. This could sort of squeeze into that 100, this channel high, or this supply high right here. I think that's very possible. If it gives me a beautiful 92 retest, I would be all over it. If it gives me this, if it is so kind to give me this pullback, I'll definitely be watching. So I would say, if you want to be safe, watch that 92, 91.50 retest. If it just rips today, you can try to catch momentum, but you're just sort of chasing it at this point. So watch that 100. All right, this one's pretty interesting. Google 109. So Google had a nice little rip yesterday off demand into supply. That's pretty much all it did. So let me get some more time here. Google did a little demand low to supply high. That's all Google did, and we'll see what happens today. So you guys can see right here. Yeah, it's manipulation. So here's Google, right? You guys can see right here, previous lows, and then you have your channel high at this 109, right? Very clear. Channel low, channel high. Very clear. So yesterday, we had channel low holds. We pushed up to the upside. We ripped right into channel high. Channel high is at 109. So today, we are watching 109. Does 109 reject, or do we break above 109 for more upside, right? Do we have a little break and retest of 109 for more upside? So today, I think this is a really nice watch. You could try to fade this move. If the market is weak, you could look for those 109 supply rejections. If Google gets above 109, then you could look to see if you get upside continuation. I don't want to make this, I don't want to make this broad statement, but I think Google's the one stock that I'm starting to add more shares of. I'll just put it at that. I've increased my allocation in my portfolio of Google shares. I think Google is still very much beat down. I don't think Google has gotten any upside. Like, for example, I'm lowering my allocation in Nvidia. Nvidia is already substantially higher than where I bought it. I have Nvidia all the way down here at 130, and I've been buying it ever since. So, I'm not going to continue to load Nvidia shares as much as I would be interested in continuing, in purchasing some Google shares. I think Google has not gotten much love here on this Nasdaq bounce. I think Google is probably a pretty good purchase down here in the low 100s, in my opinion. So that's just my opinion. This is not financial advice. Don't do the same. You're going to lose all your money. But that is something I'm really interested in. Google, I think Google has not had the bounce back that maybe it deserves yet. Microsoft, you can see, has been substantially higher. Apple's pretty much at all-time highs. Amazon, I just simply don't like. I don't know why. I just don't like Amazon personally. But Google is something I'm definitely watching. I think the AI thing is probably hurting Google because there's so many different options now for AI, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't know if that – I feel like that blows over. Google's Google. So I'd be shocked to see Bing become as big as Google. So, yeah, I'm watching it. Plus, I make YouTube videos, so I'm a little bit biased to Google. So, watching Google there, I think it's got some opportunity. Netflix. Big. This daily chart looks, or this weekly chart looks very intriguing, guys. Look at this weekly chart. So this weekly chart has some pretty nice bullish wicks down here at 318. Big wick off that week, big wick off it that week, and then big wick. This is hard to say. Big wick off last week, right? And you can see those big wicks off that 318 on the weekly chart. Whenever we start to see these wicks on the bottom of these weekly charts, right, you can see here, we get an upside move. So this is I'm starting to get interested here on Netflix. I can very much see the demand stepping up at 318, right? 318. Very nice demand stepping up. If we can get above that 332, right? If we can get above that 332, then I think Netflix could sort of push here. So I'm definitely watching this one. I'm going to see if Netflix gets above this channel high at 332. If it does, I'm interested. You can also look for the channel high rejection still, right? So 332 channel high rejection. You could also look for that rejection play back to 318. That is very possible as well. So I think this probably depends on CPI tomorrow. So rejection, 332, 318. But when I zoom out and I sort of look at the bigger picture, right? When I look at the bigger picture here, I am sort of interested in this becoming a higher low, right? If this becomes a higher low here at 318, I think this could lead to more upside. But this has to become a higher low here at 318. All right. Well, we got a few minutes today to check out some of your tickers. So why don't we do that? Usually we don't have enough time, but today we have a little bit of time. So let me pull up the live stream ticker form. I know I haven't pulled that up in a few days. All right. Looks like someone deleted it. Nice. Well, good job, guys. Did someone delete it? Yeah, they sure did. Nice. That's what happens when you give access to people. They just delete the whole thing. Well, that's gone. Awesome. What an asshole. Honestly. All right. So I'll just, I guess I'll just write down some tickers here. If anyone is good in Excel and has some kindness in their heart, if you want to create a little submission form with the days and a place to add tickers, that would be great. Press that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you could. Before we get into some more names, if you guys have any recommendations, I'll take them in the chat. Shop. I'll go shop. I'll go Apple too. I can see who deleted it. I'll have to do that. I guess I just edited it though, unfortunately. Looks like some people want to see Palantir's Ulta, huh? We want to see Ulta, Josh? Wow, a lot of people want to see Ulta. All right. Ulta it is. Coin. All right, guys, we got shop, Apple, Palantir, Ulta, Coin. Don't keep saying the same thing if I have it on the screen here, unless you just want to keep repeating yourself. TSM. Boeing, PayPal. These are going to have to be all really quick. We already went over Tesla. All right, we got Shop, Apple, Palantir, Ulta, Gilead. Someone just added that. Coin, TSM, Boeing, and PayPal. And we got to go real quick. So these are not going to be full on. These are going to be real quick ones. Press the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Shopify. So Shopify, one love. Love Shopify. My baby. I'm up 100 and something % on these shares. Absolutely gorgeous. Can't be happier about Shopify. But look for the 62 retest. That would be where I'd look to see if it can retest. I would not long Shopify without a retest of 62. More than, even better would be a retest of 60. If you can get a retest of 60, I like that even more for upside. But I think 62 and 60 are some retest levels I'd watch on Shop. All right. Apple, you need a retest of 170.50 on Apple. I will not be long Apple until it retests these previous highs. There's absolutely no reason. Apple needs to retest this right here. 170.50, you need that retest before looking long Apple. Palantir, I really don't know why we're looking at this name. It's probably just going to die off from this high. This looks like a terrible chart. I have no idea. Maybe like $10 is where it hits. Maybe it gets to $10, something like that. Maybe. But yeah, this stock's dead, guys. It's dead. All right, it's dead. Maybe it pushes up to. I know it's earnings. Maybe it pushes up to like $10. Maybe it ignites. Who knows? I can't predict that. But watch $10. I'd say watch 10. I'm sure there's a lot of shorts that are stacked up at 10. Ulta, sort of sitting here at 510 today. I would sort of watch to see what it does at 510. This is a big level. Does it break this low? 510 low. That's what I'd watch. We already did snow. We already did snow. How many times do I have to say it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. All right, how many more? We already did snow. 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 And we already did snow. That's 7 times. All right. Guild, G-I-L-D. That's gold. Gilead. It looks like it's on its last little shelf here. Watch this 77.50 zone. If it breaks that, it could definitely continue lower. Yeah, watch that 77.50. Under that could get it. That could get a little aggressive. Coin, I actually like Coin today for potential downside rejections. This is actually something I posted to the chat this morning. I would watch this 60 level rejection on Coin. This could be a nice little break and retest for downside. Right? These previous lows, break and retest for downside. Watching that 60 rejection on Coin. TSM, I'm still interested. Look at TSM. It's starting to move a little bit. So I might take a little swinger on this. I'm interested. I don't know if I want to do it into CPI, but if we can hold up off CPI, I will be watching this 83 retest on TSM. Boeing, a little bit of news yesterday and a nice demand, a channel low demand, right? Look at that. Very nice channel low demand. You could try the long, right? Risk reward makes sense. PayPal, in the shitter. It has done nothing all year. Nothing. It has done nothing. Stop looking at it. Look at this stock. It's gone. Not looking at it. All right. What's Rum doing? Is Rum been going up? I'm a long-term shareholder of Rum. Yeah, nice. All right. All right. That's all I got. Let's go to the Nasdaq and ES real quick before we head out. Let's see the updates on it. All right, so we're watching channel low demand still right there. ES 41 or 41.35, same thing. All right, guys, have a fantastic day. Thank you for being here. If you could press that like button before you head out, if you can get closer to 1,000 likes, that would be great. I know they're hard to come by. I know it's very difficult. I know it's a lot to ask for, but just a little bit of, it's one of these. Just one of those right on your screen. Press the like button. on your computer. Just get that mouse, click that. That would be very much appreciated if you could. Thank you guys again for being here. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We do this every day starting at 8 a.m. If you want to trade live with me on a daily basis, there's a link down below. We trade live every day, win or loss, market commentary. Hope you guys are enjoying the community. Yeah, thank you guys again. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. See you later. Peace out.